Hey everybody, it's Seth Jones, editor-in-chief of Golfdom Magazine. I'm at the 2025 U.S. Open. Beautiful, beautiful Oakmont. I'm here with Gil Hanse. Gil, congratulations on the way this place looks. I mean,
Thank
I know you guys did a lot of work out here. I won't say a lot of work, but you guys came out, and I talked to Mike McCormick about some of the things you did. What kind of stands out in your mind to you? What are you looking at right now at the course that you're saying, man, that looks A+?
Well, I think everything that Mike has done and his team have done looks A+. I mean, they're presenting the golf course as well as we could have ever hoped. And yeah, well, it's starting to firm up. I was talking to the guys who are doing firmness readings, and I think by tomorrow it's going to be right where we want it.
So I understand there was like a lot of sand splash over the years. That some of the greens kind of maybe had a little bit of like a lip around. Is that something that you looked at? Like, how did you figure that out? That you went back and looked at old photos? Explain that to me.
Yeah, we did. We found the old photos of the golf course. I mean, the Phoneses, Henry and William, were involved here from 1903 to 1947. So a lot of change happened during that period of time. But one of the more constant aspects of the golf course were the putting greens. Only 8 and 16 ever moved in the design, but over the years what had happened is either through top dressing or accumulation of bunker sand, the edges of the greens had formed more of a bowl. And when we looked at all the early photographs of the golf course, they were much more of a tabletop. So working with the team, we came in and we removed all that material, and we basically cored down or dug them out with an excavator until we found the original soil there. And that's how we knew we were basically tying back in at grade that we wanted to. So all the greens have been expanded. There are a lot of new edge hole locations, and I think that's probably the thing I'm most excited to watch is, these guys attacking these greens where the greens aren't very receptive around the edges. They're actually now, they may repel more balls, and I think it'll be interesting to watch how aggressive they are in trying to go after some of these new edge hole locations.
The layup question that I'm embarrassed to ask about is the number 8, the long par 3. I was just at Aaron Hills, and I talked to Mike Hurdson about that short one. Here we are at Oakmont with a really long one.
Yeah.
What's your expectation for that hole? And just looking at it's the U.S. Open, so it's got to be tough.
You want variety in all of your designs. So you want to have a long par 3, you want to have a short par 3, you want to have the whole gamut. And so here, obviously the Phones had the 8th always is a long par 3, and I think because it's already difficult because of its length, it's hard to add an awful lot to it. I think this one is really quite interesting because of the scale of the bunker down the left-hand side, and then obviously the rough here, which is fairly thick, is very, very healthy, and so missing that green is going to be basically the penalty. But the green is pretty big in and of itself. The approach is open. Balls can actually run and feed onto it. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite hole at Oakmont, but I think it adds to the overall variety and complexity of the golf course.
So what's your favorite hole at Oakmont?
I love what we did to number 7. We're standing here on 17. I think this is a great golf hole, and I think anytime you can throw a drivable par 4 into the mix in the final set of holes, that adds a ton of drama, and this hole is certainly full of it.
And we just saw a 16-year-old drive it, which is pretty crazy. But he's long. He's long. How's about talk to me about the church pews? I just one more question for you, and I'll let you get back to your.
No worries.
But the church pews are such an iconic thing out here. When you came out here, what anything going on with
Yeah, we actually expanded them. The way the guys hit it now, we added 40 yards to the back of the 3rd tee, but still we needed to push the pews a little further down to keep get it out to about 340, which is takes care of Bryson and Rory as well. And then we pushed it the other direction on number 4 to expand it a little bit further down. So when we expanded the footprint, we needed to add a pew in order to make it work. So we got in there, we added one more, and it was really interesting. I mean, Kai Golby and Matt Smallwood were the shapers we worked with out here and did an amazing job. And then seeing them getting into the church pews, it was like this moment where they almost froze, because it was so impactful when you think about disassembling one of the most iconic features in all of golf. So after they got their wits about them, they went about their job and built some really cool features. And we looked at the old photos of it. There's a great photo of William Phones standing on one of them, and it's called the Snake Mounds. It wasn't called the church pews originally, it was Snake Mounds, and the mounds had a lot of curvature to them and a lot of ups and downs. So we used that as our model when we put the whole thing back together.
Very cool. Great story.
Thanks.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
So again, Gil, thank you for taking the time. It's great to see you, and congratulations on all you guys put together here, because it's Oakmont. It's incredible.
Thanks, Seth. I really appreciate it.
You guys all know Gil Hanse. I'm Seth Jones. Thanks for watching us here on Golfdom TV.